You're now listening to Figure It Out, a custom 1/6 figure podcast dedicated to those who recognize work of excellence. And now, here's your host, Stiff Richards.
Hey guys, how we doing? I'm fucking stressed out. I just recorded for like 25 minutes. I did a really cool intro. I did a dance move. I called Beto. He couldn't hear me. He called me. I couldn't hear him. He said, let me call you from my computer. I started playing a rap beat and I was freestyling for everybody, making all fucking types of fun and laughter and jokes. And shit just got too fucking stressful. So I'm gonna redo this entire fucking video. All right, so obviously we are in the middle of a global pandemic. I wanted to start this off by saying, I've had a lot of people messaging me like, where's your videos? Where's your podcast? I'm just chilling, just like you guys are. We're all kind of worried. We don't know what the fuck's going on. We're day by day. When something like this happens, it's everything is kind of put on hold. I would like to do videos for you guys as like an entertainment type thing during the quarantine. But at the same time, I'm trying to, have my time too. So I wanted to thank anybody watching that is a nurse or a doctor or, works at a grocery store, fucking gas station, nursing home. You guys are the real heroes. It's a scary time for everybody. And I hope that, it passes sooner than later. We're all in this together. I hope everybody is staying safe out there. I hope everybody is social distancing themselves. And this too shall pass. Like I said, we're in this together. It's crazy. It's something that, the world's never really seen before. And it's not just in, where I'm from. It's the world. So it's fucking rowdy. So with that, we got Beto Matali as our special guest today. Wait, Beto Matali is our special guest. Everything is good. I had a whole nother plan when it came to Beto Matali episode, but I kind of wanted to shoot this now because I had a lot of questions about his recent release. He's got the biggest release that he's ever really done. He's got a collab with Johnny Chung Kinman, the Frankenstein, the doc, everything fucking super fire. We'll get into that. I'll show pics, etc. But a lot of people laid off at the moment. They're uncertain what the future holds, and it's kind of a scary time to drop $4,000 on a toy figurine. So we're gonna kind of bust into that. I hope to God, like I said before I started recording this, we went back and forth like 4 or 5 times, and when I was waiting, I was rapping. It was fucking pretty fire too, but fuck it. So I'm gonna call Beto Matali here. Hope to God it works. This better work. I'm gonna fucking give someone a knuckle sandwich.
You can hear me? It's working.
It works now, Michael. Can you hear me? Or am I really echoey now, like you said?
Yes, I hear some distortion and echo, but I understand you.
Okay.
Maybe if you speak a little slow and a little less hard, I think the problem is solved.
Okay, so I may be a little bit distorted, but let's just try to get through this together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, amigo.
Okay, so first of all, welcome.
How are you?
I'm good, amigo. How are you doing?
I'm okay. The things are not very good in all the world.
Yeah.
But we are surviving.
How is the coronavirus in Mexico?
Well, in Mexico right now the situation is under control. Mm-hmm. It's not as bad as USA, but it's very possible in the next week we have more problems, especially because the cure of the virus
mm-hmm.
is bigger each day. So it's very possible in the next week there is more people infected. But for the moment, all is under control. People is not in panic. And people is taking the precautions recommended for the government and the sanity department, and a lot of people is in home.
Yeah.
That's all.
So are you afraid to get the coronavirus, Beto?
Not really.
You're healthy. You work out and shit. You're just like a sexy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yee.
Oh man, nah. I'm not.
You're not.
I don't know what to tell you.
You're not afraid to get the coronavirus. I'm afraid. You see me at the grocery store. I got the mask on. I got the fucking gloves on and the boots on, and I wear my helmet and shit. I ain't fucking around with it. It's a very scary thing. It's worldwide too. It's everybody.
Yes, I know. I'm not discouraged because I'm taking care. I trying to not go outside the most I can, and of course I try to keep some precautions. Don't stay too close of the people and things like that. Also, fortunately, my immunity system is working correctly. I have a good alimentation. I eat healthy food, so I feel okay. We are healthy, we are working, and we know these are hard times for collectors and our clients, but we stay positive and we're still producing more sculpts and more projects, and we are happy.
We are in this together, amigos. Everybody, we are in this together.
Yes, exactly.
So before I kind of wanted to touch base on your Frankenstein figure coming up, which is phenomenal, by the way. So we'll definitely talk about this. I kind of want to discuss some stuff that I know that you talked to my buddy Robert about, and I kind of wanted to put out to the world to hear exactly what your plans are with the Frankenstein. But before we get into that, I would like to ask you a few questions. I want to know, Beto. The world wants to know. Everybody's listening right now, just so you know. Everybody can hear you.
Yes, I know. I know.
I wanted to ask you, how long have you been an artist, Beto?
Oh, well, this is a very tricky question.
Yeah?
I have some kind of abilities, and I can remember when I was a little kid, I started making draws, painting, and then start to work with clay and paper cuts and that kind of stuff. And I always want to make figures and starships and that kind of stuff. And I don't know. Honestly, I'm not consider myself like an artist. Right. I think I'm more a designer, an industrial designer and graphic designer.
Oh.
And well, I do this since always, I think.
So you'd rather go by a designer, not an artist, huh? You're a hell of an artist, Beto.
I don't know. I'm a little scared by the term artist, maybe.
Oh.
I know people and guys in the 1/6 hobby, and I really consider an artist. But I consider myself more an industrial designer and a toy designer.
Interesting.
Yes.
So you said other artists in the hobby. Can I ask you who your favorite 1/6 scale artist is?
Oh, well, there is, it's hard to me say there is one only favorite. I have a lot of favorites. Yeah. I'm inspired by a lot of artists. I can tell you Rainman was my first inspiration. Also, One Customs. Yeah. Also, is some I'm really respect and admire.
Yeah.
One of my favorite artists I know, and is very good friend of mine is Johnny Chunkin. Yep. Yes, this is a great guy and fabulous artist, and I'm really honored to be his friend.
Yeah, Johnny's a really, really cool guy. He's a very kind guy. He's very, very talented artist, man.
Yes.
He's actually the one, which we'll get into it, but you have your first collaboration project with Johnny, which we will talk about because I'm really excited to talk about. But I wanted to ask you a couple more questions. Just because
no problem.
I've had a lot of people ask me, "Oh, you ask Beto this," or "Can you ask Beto this?" So
just hope I can answer all because you know my English is a little limited.
Your
So
English is a lot.
little nervous.
Your English is a lot better than you give yourself credit for. I can understand everything you say. So your English is perfect. Don't worry about that.
Okay, just hope don't start to feel nervous because I know I can start to
If you start to,
speak in Spanish and mix and Spanglish or something like that.
if you want to speak Spanish, we can speak Spanish too. But nobody gonna understand. But if you start getting nervous, you can just fucking hang up. It's all good. No need to get nervous.
Okay, amigo.
Okay, so
Okay.
so my next question is why horror? Why what attracts you to the horror side so much?
This is a very nice history. When I was a little kid, I was very afraid about the dark. I have to go to the bed and need a lamp turned on because I was really afraid of the dark.
Dude, that is so fucking cool, bro. You're afraid of the dark?
And the problem with the dark is not, in fact, the dark. Is my imagination was very vivid, and I imagine a lot of monsters and nasty stuff behind my bed. And no, it was terrible. And in this time, I remember my dad used it to assemble model kits, and he had some old Aurora Monster model kits when he was young. And I remember one day we go to the house of my grandma, and he found a box of his old stuff, and found an old vinyl, an old model kit of the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh.
And well, my dad was very intelligent and put in my room. You remember this chapter of The Simpsons when Homer make a clown bed for Bart?
Yeah.
And Bart was very scared. Well, this is the story for me, but with the model kit of the Phantom of the Opera. Oh. So I was very afraid, but my dad showed me the movie. And when he showed me the original Phantom of the Opera movie, mute and in black and white, I was very intrigued and very attracted by the scenes and all. And then I stopped to have fear about this model kit, and then I start to feel a lot of very curiosity about the other monsters. So he showed me more movies and showed me books and showed me pictures, and I go in love about Frankenstein, about Edgar Allan Poe histories, etc., etc. And the funny part is when I start to make the monsters my friends, my fear for the dark stop. Wow. And I go in the horror, and I start to make model kits of monsters. I start to see old movies of monsters and collect dinosaurs and collect vampires and all. And that's history.
That is seriously the fucking coolest answer you could have gave me. So horror is very sentimental to you in your childhood and the relationship, with your father. And
yes.
And wow, are you still afraid of the dark?
No, not anymore.
He's like, nah, fuck no. A little bit. Do you have a nightlight though in your bathroom?
No, not really.
Not no more, huh? Okay, so
no, not more.
I was gonna ask you. So you've been doing horror figures for what is it? 10 years now? Close to 10 years?
More than 10 years.
Okay.
I think we are close to the 11 years.
11 years now. So what was your very first that you remember? First 1/6 figure that you made?
Oh, okay. My first horror figure I made was the Darkman. The Darkman, but not the head sculpt I sold. I make the first version.
There's a different head sculpt.
I show in the Sideshow forum, the Sideshow Freaks forum.
Okay.
And people start to ask me for that sculptor, and then I make a new one and the other two. You remember I make 3 Darkman head sculpts, one with hat, one with bandage screaming in the head,
Yep.
and the other is a full naked head.
Yeah, and
with
you
all
offer
the
it.
scars and the,
You offered
yes,
that as like a. It wasn't it like a kit for them to put together themselves, or did you offer that as a full figure?
no, I offer as a spare parts
Right.
as a kit bash,
Yeah.
kit bash, amigo. And Lupita make the cut, the no, I don't know the cape or the trench coat,
Yeah, there
trench
it
coat.
is. The trench coat.
And the first full figure we made was the Freddy Part 1. You remember
Yep. At Expo 16 Expo.
Exactly. This was our first full figure.
Yeah, I love me. That's definitely a classic piece. I own that piece.
Yes.
It's a wonderful piece. So
Yes.
Darkman was your first kit bash that you started doing 1/6 for, and then the original Freddy was the full figure release.
Yes.
Let me ask you this: out of everything that you've done, what figure are you most proud of?
Oh man, that's a hard question.
If
I don't know, man.
one figure that that in your heart you're the most proud of, looking back.
Looking back, oh man.
None of this is scripted. I know. I'm sorry. I could have at least sent you
Yes.
these questions.
Yes. No. It's okay. The problem is I need to
Think about it.
Yes. No. I need. There is figures we made. I really like, and I keep. But I think the most proud figure we made, I think, is Beetlejuice.
Really?
Really.
Beetlejuice?
Really.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Why is it Beetlejuice, bro?
Why? Because it was the first time I make a more human character.
Humans are a lot harder to do than monsters. We've talked about
Yes,
this.
and the hardest thing for Beetlejuice was capture the Michael Keaton looking
Right.
with the makeup. It was a nightmare, and Lupita have a lot of problem designing and making the fabric for the suite. All is custom made, and was the first time we make all. We
Really?
need to design a lot of parts, and I think the most proud figure for me is Beetlejuice.
Okay, couple things about Beetlejuice. One, you did a fabulous, an absolute phenomenal job on the head sculpt and the paint. That's like one of my favorite.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, for real. Favorite paint apps that you've done. Number two,
Thank you.
I remember when I first got Beetlejuice, I remember looking at the outfit and I'm like, how in the hell did she figure this out? Because I mean, I was trying to look at it like, did she dye these stripes on? Did she buy the fabric? Because the fabric, I'm gonna post a picture right now so people can see the fabric on this Beetlejuice. The figure is unbelievable. Like, it's dead accurate. And that's why people continue to buy from you and Lou, because you put so much attention to detail. Everything you do is fucking dead on. Do you remember when, I don't know what it was, 3 years ago when you did the Leatherface and we talked about the fucking chainsaw, and I was like, hey.
Oh yes, the color of the chainsaw.
I was because I was looking at all the other Leatherface figures, like from NECA or Movie Maniacs or whatever, and I was like, look at the yellow chainsaw. Why the hell is it green? And you had, when you do a figure, you really do the research. You knew the model, you knew the year it was made, you had the exact paint color, and now that I know better, the fucking chainsaw was green, and it is the exact color that you use. So your attention to detail is amazing. Lupita is a fucking genius. behind the sewing board or whatever the hell you want to call it. You guys make a perfect team. Another thing that I wanted to tell you, and this isn't just because we're shooting, I'm telling you this from a collector standpoint, Beto. The fact that you and Lupita only work with you and Lupita, if that makes any sense, is so special to a collector. Like if Lupita went out and did, let's just say what Yunsel's doing, and she did a bunch of clothing runs, it wouldn't feel like it does right now. So you guys have the entire hobby by the balls, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm telling you this right now. Like you are insanely good at the sculpting and the painting, the accessories. Lupita with the herring, with the outfits. You guys are in a wonderful team. Beetlejuice, your most prized possession. That is very interesting. I got 2 really good answers from you, Beto. You're telling me that you're worried about your English and your answers. Like those are the 2 best answers I've ever fucking heard. So I'm gonna ask you.
Let's hope I feel this way.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you one more question, and then we're gonna get into the juicy stuff.
No problem. You can ask anything you want.
What is your least favorite figure that you've ever released?
Oh, the least
a figure that you're like, man, I could have done this better. I should have done this. Maybe I could have added this accessory. Which figure do you wish you could go back in time and redo?
Redo. That's interesting. There is a lot of pieces I want to redo.
See, that's because you are an artist, and a true artist. Like I tell my buddy One's Customs all the time, a real good artist, they always look back at their work and they're like, man, I could have done this better. I could have done this better. So that was the right answer. But which is the number one figure that you were like, fuck, I really want to do that one again?
There is 2 figures.
Okay, I'm waiting.
And one of these figures is the Leatherface, the regular. Yes.
Oh,
I think I can do it better.
I fucking love Leatherface. You think you can do it better?
Yes. I think I can do it better.
I have both your leather. I have the Pretty Woman and the regular, and I love them both. What's the second one?
The second one. There is another 2 right now. I'm thinking. One. You are gonna hate me.
Oh.
One I really want to redo in some moment.
I'm holding
even
on.
Better is Jason Part 3.
Oh. Hey, hold on a sec. Let me tell you something real quick. And I tell this to all my friends. They say, Stiff, man, you've had so many good figures. You've had all the best, you've had Van Gogh and Jimi Hendrix and, all the Rain Man shit. Like, what is your favorite figure that you've ever owned? And I tell them this every time. The Part 3 Jason from Beto Matali, the full package, means more to me than any figure that I've ever owned, period.
Wow.
I was just, you know what I was honestly thinking about the other day? I was like, I wanted to, have one of the promo pictures for the Beto Matali Part 3 Jason Barn Maniac blown up 24 inches by 36 and put in my work studio, because that figure, bro, means so, I feel it in my chest. Like, that figure is the reason why I continue to collect. So the fact that you want to turn it around and rip it apart, why is that? Why do you want to?
Why? The answer is not very complex. The thing is, Jason 3 is one of my favorite representation of Jason.
Yeah.
So I want a perfect representation of this
Beto,
character.
it's perfect. It's so good. I hold it like a child, like an infant, and I look the stature, the physique, the paint. It's so beautiful, Beto.
I know, but the problem is I have a lot of more experience right now. I can make a better mask right now. So I feel I can do a better work right now about Jason 3. But honestly, I don't think this happened in the future, or maybe in some years, but not right now.
Oh
So don't
man,
worry.
I'm not worried. I mean, the thing is you could do Jason 10 times over again, and the one that I own right now, I don't give a fuck if it's worth $10,000 or 10 cents. I love it so much. Like I tell my friends, like if a fire broke out, Jason 3 and the barn base from your cousin Alex would be the one figure that I grab over all the other shit. It's a figure that means a lot to me. So, yeah, I can't believe you want to fucking do that one. What's the third one? And then we'll get to Frankenstein.
Okay, and the last one I think is Freddy Part 3.
Freddy Part 3, why is that?
Because I have the opportunity to make the movable eyes for this Freddy.
You did do the movable eyes for the Freddy. I own the movable eyes one.
Yes, but I don't do it as part of the run because some other collectors don't like the idea I made the movable eyes, and I decide not to do it. But right now, I think it was a very big mistake of my part because the one I have here in my desk, it have the movable eyes, and I love it.
Is it for sale? Is it for sale?
No, that's mine.
You guys, it's not for sale, but fuck.
No, but well, maybe I give some surprise soon. I don't know. I don't know. I can promise nothing right now.
Okay. So what Beto is saying, for those of you who don't know, he did a Part 3 Freddy, and he did the actual purse system where the eyes move. And if you look back on my channel, I do have a video where I show you the regular head sculpt, and then I show you the purse system. Now, again, Beto Matali is a one-man band. Him and Lupita, he works by himself doing all these figures. And the thought of an artist, a custom figure artist, doing a purse system, like sculpting the eyes, painting the eyes, putting the little fucking whatever that is, and creating a system to where you can actually move it's just crazy that you're able to accomplish that. Blows my mind. I cannot fucking handle it. You did that with Ash too, correct? Your second version of Ash?
Yes. The Ash is the only figure with movable eyes I offer.
Okay, the Ash, that Ultimate Ash version 2 Ash is absolutely stunning. The accessories, the overall shelf presence of that shit makes my fucking face just numb. All right, so let's get on to future projects now.
Okay,
the reason that I really wanted to get this in tonight was because the world is currently going through a global pandemic with the coronavirus, COVID-19, and a lot of people. You know, a lot of people have messaged me, reached out to me, and they're like, fuck, man, I got laid off or this, that, and the other thing. And now, you're just about to release one of your most amazing projects to date. And that's the fucking Frankenstein and Doctor. Let's talk about the collab you did with the Doc and Johnny Chung Kinman. Mm-hmm. You said that that's like a collaboration of some sort, or how does Johnny come in to the equation?
Well, Johnny and I was one to work together.
Right.
Since long time ago, we discussed the possibility to make some project together, but the projects of Johnny are not in horror.
Oh.
We have different genres. Or
Genre.
General. He worked more
real life.
Another kind. Yes, and I work more fantasy and horror.
Right.
So it was very hard to do this reason. We don't have the opportunity to work together.
Right.
Because our projects are very different.
Right.
But when we start the Frankenstein project, I did and decide make the Doctor I think a little and notice this is a project where Johnny can help me because it's not, it's also horror, but it's also a very realistic character. It's not, it's a regular human.
Right.
So I talked with Johnny. He was very happy to collaborate with us. And we decided to do it also because we work in digital sculpture.
Right.
So it was very, very fast and easy work together in the same sculpture.
So how did it work? So Johnny, how did
Johnny start the sculpture. He sent to me the file.
Okay.
I reviewed the file, make some correction, discuss some points with Johnny, and then send back the file to him, and he can work with his with again.
Right.
And it was very, very funny.
That's interesting.
Not sure. Yes, and we work very fast because two brains work better than one brain.
So he can start the sculpt and then just send it to you, and then you can kind of tweak the sculpt and send it back to him, and vice versa, and you guys can just keep going.
Yes, and we can do it at the same time. We pass a weekend talking and working at the same time. He's in another country, and it was like work with a friend in my side. It was very, very funny. I learned a lot of things from Johnny, and was very, very, very happy about the final result.
Interesting. So you currently have the doc. I'm gonna post pictures too. So you got the doc, and then you have the Frankenstein, and then you have a what like a machine type.
Yes, that's the cosmic ray diffuser.
Oh.
That's the name. The name is the same machine appears in the Bride of Frankenstein, and in the Bride of Frankenstein, I remember the doctor said, "Turn on the cosmic ray diffuser," and then is when the show starts.
So are you going to, with the coronavirus, and this is what me and Rob talked about, are you offering any type of payment plan for anybody?
Yes. Actually, we are worried about our friends and collectors because we know it's hard times. We know people can't buy the things like do it in other projects because a lot of people is not working right now. It's not receiving the same money. There is another priorities right now. But at the same time, a lot of guys is still interested in support of work.
Right.
So in addition to that, and to try to keep a balance in this crisis moment, we decide to give in first place a discount of the project.
So you're offering a couple of different options. You can pay in full and pay a little less. You can pay in 2 payments, and then I heard a possible 4 payments.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
So
we and not only this plan discounts. We only if for example, for the guys who have the possibility to pay the upfront, they pay the 100% price. We give an additional 20% discount.
Okay, so if you do pay for the set, whatever set you choose, you do get basically 20% off, which is fair, I believe.
No. For the guys who paid upfront, it's 20%. For the guys who paid 2 payments, we give 15 discount. 15,
okay.
5.
Okay, I got it. So what we need to do is we need to put up send me the info so I can put it up on the screen, so it kind of gives everybody, an explanation just so they can read it. But you are being flexible in the time of the bullshit that's going on. So the fans that do want, to own this piece, which I've probably already showed pictures of this up on the screen, but I mean, why the hell wouldn't you want to own this? This is the best work I've seen you do, and with having Johnny Chung Kinman's name on it, that makes it extra special. Your first collaboration, so it is cool that you are doing. Hold on 1 second. We are live, and my wife just walked in. What's up?
Don't worry.
I'm talking to Beto. Yeah, what up? Hi, Beto. My wife said hi, Beto. What's going on? Hi. He said hi. I'm just wondering. Can you give me 10 fucking minutes, please? I'm gonna just die. All right. So sorry about that.
No, don't worry.
So
we can talk later if you.
No. It's totally cool. Okay. So I think it's really cool. I'm gonna put it up on the screen here, but I think it is really cool that you are in fact offering, a payment plan, because to be fair, a lot of guys watching right now, if you're new to this hobby, if you're just getting into this shit, a lot of artists, and I'm telling you this by experience, a lot of artists do not offer payment plans. So if you are, in fact interested, which again, why in the fuck would you not be interested in this Frankenstein, one of the most classic monsters of all time, with Doc, with the whole fucking shindig and shit, with the lights and shit. I'll show pictures of that too if you don't mind. Can I show whips of that or no?
Yes. I think I missed. Sorry, man.
I'm gonna show whips of everything. So, but what I'm saying is Beto is one of the only artists that in fact offers payment plans. So what I am saying right now, from a collector that has been doing this shit for a decade, the best quality you're gonna get, the best fucking overall collectability package you're gonna get with a payment plan, I highly suggest. Even though times are real fucked up, I highly suggest you go out and you contact Beto. I'm going to put his link in the description, his Facebook and all that shit. I highly suggest you take him up on this payment plan and, pay everything forward if you can. But yeah, it's very cool that, considering the fact of, where the world's at, like I said, that you offer a payment plan, and yeah, I think it's fucking sweet. Was there anything else really that you wanted to talk about the project? And I wanted to talk about one other thing. Some people have asked me recently, right now, currently you're doing the H40 Michael Myers, and and that looks phenomenal, might I add. And I heard through a bird on the tree that the guy that you actually get the boxes from fucking shut down.
Yes, right now is we're finishing the Michael Myers.
Right.
We maybe I need 2 weeks to finish.
Right.
But it's very, very possible. I can send as fast I finish. No, not sure if I explained correctly.
So, like I said, we're all dealing with the coronavirus. You have to take into consideration that artists such as Beto Matali, his work is dealing with the coronavirus too, because, most of the Michael Myers shit is complete, but now he's sitting there with no fucking boxes because the guy that does his boxes is shut down. So there are complications with him as well. If I were you, I know people get antsy. If I were you, man, we would let's just ride it out. Take the 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever it takes. Hopefully that your box guy gets his shit together and opens back up. And if not, then we're gonna have to go boxless. But if that's such an epic project, I wouldn't really rush too many things on it. What's an extra month? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, I don't know the exact situation with the guy. I don't know if he's closed for good or if it's just temporary. But I mean,
It's just temporary.
okay, yeah.
It's,
So
it's a quarantine. That's all. Don't worry.
right. So
The problem is maybe it's a delay in the shipping of the Myers.
so everybody fucking waiting on Myers. You need to shut up. He's waiting on
Yes.
boxes.
Yes, don't worry. The fact is the figure is almost done.
Right.
We are finishing the Michael Myers, but it's very possible we have some delay due the quarantine. We don't have access to the boxes.
What about
to the
shipping? I
phone.
bet is your shipping shut down too, besides FedEx, right?
We use EMS and MexPost. But I think right now the better and faster way to send the stuff is via FedEx.
Right.
Because the regular mail and the EMS are slow right now. So,
Right. EMS for Mexico can get fucking rowdy. So anybody buying Beto, hit him up,
Yes.
ask for FedEx, pay the extra money. You'll get your shit in
Yes.
like literally 2 days. Not even 2 days. It's fucking crazy.
If people don't want to pay the extra or prefer to pay the EMS or MexPost,
Right.
there is no problem. Just need to wait a little time to this crisis finish.
Right.
So all is back to the normality.
Okay.
But don't worry. This week we showed some updates and pictures of a new picture of the pending project. We also finished the Battle Damage JSON.
Ooh.
Battle Damage is
I
finished.
love that shit. I fucking missed that one.
Yes, I give information about shipping this week also because I need to check with FedEx.
Right.
And another thing maybe cause some delay is I'm still waiting for the bodies.
Oh.
I order.
Everybody is being affected by this coronavirus. You're waiting on the bodies and the boxes and the shipping. So,
Yes.
you know, like you're being understanding to collectors by offering payment plans. Collectors need to be a little bit understanding in these times as well. The artists are doing everything they can, and you know, waiting on bodies and boxes and shit that you have no control over that. So it's good. It's good to let these guys know exactly what you are waiting on and the current state of the project. So
Yeah. The point here is not worry because this is going to finish. I hope it not take too much time, and I'm sure all is gonna back to normality.
right.
But right now there is some things who maybe generate some delays, but it's not under our control, and does not mean we are not finishing or are not working in the fiber.
Oh no, I know
The
you're constantly working.
Yes, the good news is Jason for Battle Damage is finished, is in box, and is ready to ship. The other good news.
What's the other good news?
The other good news is Myers is also, I don't know, I think it's 18% finished. We need only, it's only a matter of 1 or 2 weeks more.
Hey, as long as it comes before Halloween, we're all good, bro.
That's a fact.
That's
And the other good news is Freddy Part 2 10th Anniversary Edition.
That is the fire that you're doing the 10th year anniversary fucking Freddy 2, man. That hurts my insides.
All the parts are painted. I only need to finish the rubber brain. And Lupita need to finish the clothing.
Oh, man.
Maybe we have a little delay with this run because we need the bodies and the bodies is in China, so So we need to wait a little more.
So you're
time.
waiting on the bodies on the freight. Hey, I'm gonna go real quick, take a piss because I have to pee so bad that I can't fucking feel my face. So will you please tell everybody when you plan on asking for the Frankenstein stuff and like the interest threads, and I'll be back in like 10 seconds.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, bro. Shoot, bro. Shoot.
Okay. We start to asking. We open the interest list and asking the payment next Monday because we want to give the collectors the opportunity to calculate his expenses, to have the money, and we need also extra time to put the order the bodies. And I think if we start early the interest rate, Joe, I go nervous. I miss. Can we repeat all this? Hello. Joe, are you there?
I'm here now, bro. Whew, I feel so much better. I can do a dance move.
Don't worry.
So, when do you plan on taking payments for Frankenstein? Did you say that or not yet? You said your interest thread?
It's an interest thread to give the opportunity to the guys who want a payment plan.
Okay.
Start to calculate and start, start to collecting the funds, or I don't know. Maybe they need time to enter in the run.
But people can pay as soon as next Monday.
Yes, if there are people who can pay, they can start to do it in the next Monday.
And where will you be opening? Are you gonna like post a list somewhere? I know you have a custom horror Facebook group.
I open a group, interest group.
Right.
I think I can make an interest list in public in my page. I don't know if it's correct to share in your group.
In Six Skill Grails. Yeah, we can figure out all the fine details, but the important thing is the interest thread, and payments aren't due next Monday, but the interest thread is in fact opening up to the public next Monday. Again, in the description, I'm going to have Beto's Facebook. I'm going to have Beto's Facebook group, Six Scale Grails group. All of these places, you can contact and you can get information. And man, I'm telling you, no matter what happens, no matter even I'm not working right now. My old lady's fucked up. Everything's a piece of shit. But I will do whatever I have to do to own that piece because that is such a phenomenal job you did.
Also, I'm sure all we are recover soon. I have faith, and I really believe this is only temporarily.
I heard that the virus dies in 80 degrees. I heard it dies in 80 degrees, but isn't it fucking not like 100 degrees in Mexico, and it's over there too? So fuck.
Okay,
so we're fucked up, you guys. We're so fucked up. Everything's fine.
Yes, I know. There is another important thing I want to clarify. The fact we are collecting payments and open the interest list for Frankenstein.
Yep.
This not mean we let or delay the other project.
Right.
We start the Frankenstein project as fast we finish the Michael Myers project.
Okay, so a lot of people have messaged me. They say, man, Nathan's taking so long. Why is he working on Myers? Or Myers is taking so long. Why is he working on Frankenstein? It's like, you guys, you have to understand, like he's mentioned before, he's waiting on boxes. He's waiting on bodies. The fucking post office is closed. There's a lot of things that can happen in a fucking custom figure project where there's hiccups or there's delays. So when there's a delay, obviously, Beto is going to continue to work, and he's going to work on Frankenstein. And when he can't, when everything on his end is done in the Myers, and you send it off to get Herod to Lupita or et cetera, whatever happens, Beto is there's a rhyme to the reason is what I'm saying. And people need to understand that just because Myers isn't shipping quite yet, it doesn't mean that Beto isn't, planning on shipping the second he's able to ship. But with his spare time, he's going to be working, he works on, his fucking Frankenstein project. And, people get frustrated, and it's I totally understand where they're coming from, but it's like I said, you're a one-man band. You do this all by yourself, and I don't think that there's any problem at all asking for, your for a payment for a figure when the other pieces are done, and just kind of waiting on the fucking post office and the boxes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you've showed plenty of pictures and all that shit. It's not that big of a deal.
Yes, don't worry. As I told you in a moment back, I think we finished the Michael Myers in 2 weeks. I think the figure is finished. Unfortunately, I don't think we can start shipping in 2 weeks. Right.
I wouldn't want you to ship my figure right now during all this bullshit. I wouldn't even want you to ship it, so I wouldn't even worry about that right now.
Yes. So don't worry. We are not let the Myers to in a site to make Frankenstein. No, that's a fact. And this is not a 2 years project like happened with Nathan.
Right.
But okay, don't worry. If we decide to start early taking orders and interest list, it's also because we know this is a project who is gonna move very, very slow. The reason is the actual situation, the economic situation, and the coronavirus virus. But it's all okay, amigo. Don't worry. We are working. Right now, I have the opportunity to work in another sculptors because the Myers is practically finished. That's the reason I'm show the prototypes of Frankenstein and the Doctor, and that's the reason I start to show the other sculptors like the Mummy and another surprises I'm working.
Oh, that Mummy, man, is fucking sweet, bro.
Yeah, it's great. You like it.
I don't wanna spoil any certain surprises because we've talked about certain secrets too. But for those of you watching, there's a lot more to come from Mr. Beto Matali. Is there anything else you really want to talk about? We're rolling on almost an hour here. Is there anything else you wanted to tell everybody listening, or do you want to just kind of cut it short here and then
well, it's nothing really. I think we covered most of the points. I don't know if someone have any question or want to ask me something directly, feel free to do it. You can contact me via my Facebook or send a message to Lupita. There is no problem. And I hope all this resolved very, very soon. And I hope all being okay.
Right.
That's all.
So again, I'm going to put Beto's link in the description below. I'll put Lupita's link in the description below. Beto's Facebook group, 6 Scale Grails, all these places. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can message any of us, and Beto's very good at responding to his customers, and so is Lupita. So make sure that you guys check out the new Frankenstein run and the doc and the whole package. Absolutely phenomenal. Make sure that you check out Beto's other work on his Facebook page. He posts all of his stuff. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I'm sorry about the beginning of this not being able to connect and shit. We're going to get better. We're going to get better as the time goes on, but I wanted to thank you very much for taking your night and explaining exactly what's going on in Beto Matali's world, and I hope to talk to you soon, bro.
Okay, amigo.
All right. If you guys watching,
thank you very much.
Beto Matali, everybody. Stiff Richards, figure it fucking out. We are out this bitch. Later.